Hello everybody. We are coming to you live from the Sand Hollow State Park area. We're not off the trail right now, so stay with me here. Maybe Alex can capture this as we try this obstacle here. You can see Mark in front of us, and we are climbing our way out of Long Valley area, if you're familiar with this at all, and up onto a ridge where we've got a little bit more cell service. Hopefully we're coming into you guys loud and clear. If you've never been here to the Sand Hollow area, it has become quite popular with all of the off-roaders. So this is a bit of a U-turn. We're going to be turning on to a trail called Razorback. This is an 8. It's super off-camber, and I'm sure this will be interesting. It always is, especially with a full-bodied rig like I'm driving today. You can see how twisted up Mark is right there. It looks pretty cool. At least hopefully they can. Let's see, I think I got to make one more turn at this. So we've got to do the same thing, crawl up that. I'll get the lockers going. And here we go. There we go. This should be an interesting live compared to what we're normally doing. So where we're camped is down in the Long Valley Canyon. It's a little bit windy down there today, and cell service is not great. So you can see those Mickey Thompsons working away. Whoa! All right, we're gonna go off camber here. See what we can do. There we go. What angle would you say we're at, Jeff? A lot. Oh yeah.
With seatbelts in the harness.
I hope everybody's doing well. As always, we welcome your questions and comments. This episode of Tech Talk is going to be a little bit different because we are out in between events right now. So we're kind of actually back to our normal schedule where we are normally running from event to event. If you follow us much, this last weekend we were out at High Desert Roundup out in Barstow in California. Now we're over in Sand Hollow at Utah on our way to Rock Junction in Grand Junction, Colorado. So whole nother multi-day event, and we've got Mark Fetchner from Money Pit Classifieds with us. We've got Jeff Perkins in the back seat. He was just wrenching on his rig, and it was easier for him to just climb in here with us. Alex is behind the camera. Kelly is down in town getting supplies. Jamie is out on the trail still someplace. So we're going to try and get up here. Today we've run a whole bunch of trails, which was pretty cool, including Sliplock Gulch, which is the one we just did the driver's seat on, if you guys have seen that, which is kind of cool. All right, finally up here on top. Mark, is this a pretty good spot to stop and check it out?
Sure.
What if I just pull over here? All right. Let's hop out, show everybody around a little bit. It's a little bit breezy up here, but yeah, maybe we want to stay down low. I don't know. So, Mark, this is Razorback, right? This trail. Do you know the names of some of those other ones that we ran, or maybe you do, Jeff? That because we got a little bit off of the Slip Lock Canyon today, and I know those are other named trails.
Right.
By chance, you happen to?
I don't remember them.
No?
I don't know. We saw late in, we saw Slip Lock Y.
Yes. Yeah, and we went by John's Trail and some of the other ones. So if you're not familiar with the area, St. George, right over here, kind of the main area just off the 15. This is not the 15 right here. This is Highway 7. That's kind of the back way into Sand Hollow if you're coming from the Los Angeles area. Off in the distance, that red rock that's lit up out there, kind of a wall, that's Tokerville Falls out that way. And then beyond that, a little bit more to the right, is Zion. So we're right here close to a lot of the great part of Utah. Down below is our camp. You can see that. I think you were just showing them that. That's our camp. This is called Long Valley. And this is kind of the start. We're at the very west end of the whole Sand Hollow area. And almost all of the wheeling we did today was right up here on this ridge. And this is popular now. I can't even remember some of the trail names. I know Front Range and some of the other ones. The Maze is all over on this end. And some good stuff. And the popular Wall of Doom that they have here, where everybody's looping, is right up here. Let's not do that. And
People have already seen Jeff's video of him doing that.
yeah.
We gotta give Dixie 4-wheel drive a shout out for hooking me up with the brake line.
Nice, nice. Okay, so you went over there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Richard lost a trailer tire on the way here. I replaced one because the cords were showing. So I just went and got a new tire down in town. I know you were over looking for a brake line. We've all been kind of running around looking for supplies. That's not one of our guys, is it?
Sounds like Jamie.
Oh, it is Jamie? Maybe he just, does he want to know that we're over here? Is he trying to find us? But this trail here gets super off camber, and if you're driving with a hardtop, that's I think why they rate this an 8, because you're kind of asking for scrapage. I made it through here earlier today, and without any issue, but it felt sketchy.
Yeah.
And
well,
Jeff said this
hard
last
top
part
and all that.
felt sketchy too.
Yeah. No, it's definitely. I noticed that you backed up on that one rock, because that one rock, when you hit it, it makes you feel like you're even gonna. It's just gonna flip you back.
Yeah, and I was a little bit too far over, and I think I slipped off of it. So I was like, well, I guess we're not gonna do that. We'll try something else. For everybody watching, you can see I've been testing out my new rockers, giving those things some product testing, I guess you'd say. Lots of fun. Otherwise, everybody's Jeep's been doing pretty good so far, right?
Yeah, it's just the heat. The heat is tough. You know, it adds a very difficult element to deal with.
Oh, there's Jamie.
So everything about you and your vehicle are
Hot.
being pushed.
Yeah.
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 So we're testing all of our cooling systems.
Yeah. Big time. Big time. I know I was not going as fast on the highway as I normally would because I'm on low tire pressure.
Yeah.
Just to go run a few errands, you
Right.
know.
Well, you weren't that low when you were driving on 150 degree out.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. James, come over here. Talk to everybody. So Mark and Jamie did the hardtop alley obstacle today.
Is that
Multiple times.
technically what it's called?
That was what it was called, yeah.
Wow.
And you guys did a great job. Jeff tried it, but he's a little bit shorter. That little bit of difference.
I think I'm about 8 inches shorter than
Oh, you
Tracy.
are 8 inches. Okay. That's quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that was all the difference.
That's like a mile on an obstacle like
On
that.
that one, yeah.
We're
This
sitting
one
right on the top.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there is a line I can make it. I just haven't found it yet.
Ah,
I knew we were going back.
I'm
Maybe
sure
not this trip.
Cameron's gonna comment on that video, and he'll tell you the line. He'll draw on it with a little crayon or something, you know.
I'm in for that.
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
where is Cameron?
in Salt Lake, a little ways away from here.
Well, I know where he is, but like, where is he?
At Salt
Oh,
Lake.
why isn't he here? Because we're only here for the day. A lot of people didn't want to make the drive. And Richard Garrett is out and about running around too. So he's here with us. We've got quite a few of us here. So been fun so far. It's kind of a nice stop on our way out to Rock Junction.
Yeah, it's a good break.
Yeah. We needed a little bit of a, I know after this, I've already checked my lug nuts. Jamie was checking his. You were doing your brake line, and I saw Mark checking his. So we're all kind of, on a day like today, it's a chance for us to reset, not only have a little bit of fun, but go over our vehicles in a little more detail. When you're wheeling day after day after day, you've got to just make sure nothing's coming loose, that all our fluids are at a good
You
level.
at least have to look and touch things, you know?
Yeah.
And check the lug nuts is good because all this stuff starts to loosen up all
Wiggle.
by
Yep,
itself.
you bet. You bet. And, you find one thing loose and you investigate a little further, right? You just kind of keep going. What do you got?
Where's a good place to get maps for this area that you can download? Will they work in Gaia?
All Trails. There's an app called All Trails.
All Trails,
And
yeah.
you don't have to pay for the app. The free version will give you even most of the off-road trails here and everywhere else. Everywhere I go, I look at it, I'm amazed how many trails are on there. So
Yeah.
you can select by off-road trails or whatever they're
To help thin it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to-
Versus hiking or
Right,
bicycle.
so and then it'll cut it down by 90%, and then you've got them
Yeah.
all listed by moderate, easy, or hard.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you didn't hear that, All Trails, you can sort it so that you're just looking at the 4x4 kind of trails instead of hiking and mountain biking and all that stuff.
And it's worldwide.
So,
It's an app.
yeah, good stuff. I had some on my Magellan. I also use Gaia, and I had saved some from when we were previously out here. So that worked out pretty good too. What other questions you got?
Did you remove the Rubicon sticker or trim the hood?
No, we removed the Rubicon sticker, and we got to looking at it and decided that we didn't care for the way it looked with both stickers, so we were just going for the one.
It does look good.
It looks better. And if you missed it earlier, I've been product testing the new rockers quite a bit, and those are holding up quite well so far between High Desert and now here. And actually, they didn't even have a scratch on them. We went through Pumpkin Eater. I did pretty good through there. It was the next day when we went over to do Death Star
Right.
that they got all the scars on them. So, and actually, we ripped up a few tires on that run. We did some damage on just about everything over there. So,
Did you take the right line on that? The one that he got a tire on and that I went up and...
I only went part of the way up the canyon to kind of get photos and stuff of you guys going through there. It was cool just watching everybody. I don't know if you saw, I posted some of you guys coming down. It looked great. The light was perfect.
Nice.
So that was really cool. If you haven't been out to the Barstow area, Jeff had commented several times already that there's a lot of trails out there. The terrain, if you're running brand new trails, is a little bit harder on tires, more like Arizona. But there's tons of stuff to do out there, and if you think it's not hard enough, you haven't looked hard.
It's cool out there too because you can go wherever.
Right. It's also an open area.
Perfect spot for two guys that just need a V8 swap because you can go through the desert to the trails.
Hauling,
and
yeah,
the trails get as hard as you want them.
yep.
And there's an In-N-Out.
And they did a night run to the In-N-Out.
All through all desert.
That was after our live, right? The last time, that's when you guys did the
And stuff
the
like
night
that
run
is
out
so
there.
fun.
It's as a crow flies, it's like 8 miles, and somehow they turned it into a 2-hour run. So
I mean,
Yeah, milkshake.
It was like 15 there, I think.
I don't know.
No,
We definitely
way
took the long
longer.
way both ways.
both ways.
So-
Way longer.
and
Yeah.
the whoops are horrendous
Yep.
out there right now.
Uh-huh.
And we did do a trail run where I found something steep enough that I actually, believe it or not, scraped the bottom of the tire carrier when I dropped down and went up something. So we found something pretty steep. So we got into a couple things. I think other than that and on the rockers, that's I've managed to keep the rest pretty clean so far, knock on wood.
Little on the bumper.
A little bit, yeah.
You know, GenRight has this
rash
Tried
guard.
that as a rash guard.
I've already got them painted red too and everything. I just haven't put them on. I'm as bad as our customers. I did finally get my stop lock on. That's quite helpful. So, yeah, you can see up here, beautiful view. It is warm, I can tell you. Down in town, it said it was over 100. Yeah. So it warmed up quite a bit today. So
That's why we're standing up here.
that's why we are standing up here. Yeah.
This is about as hot as I want to wheel.
Yeah.
Well,
What other questions have we got, Alex?
A lot of guys thanking us wheeling with us at HDR.
Nice.
it was a good time. Our group did great going
They
on
did
Pumpkin
great.
Eater.
This year, the group on Pumpkin Eater was so good.
Yes.
If you've never been out there, it seems like every time we go to HDR, while we're there, afterward, people are like, "Oh man, I should have joined you." The next time you see us post, we're going anywhere, you need to join us. We don't go anywhere that's not fun.
No.
I mean, even here, we just found some stuff today that was,
Yeah. Very difficult.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we're always finding good stuff. It's a lot of fun. Even last night, just in camp, we had a great time.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that Pumpkin Eater trail at HDR is, it changes with every Jeep that goes through.
yep,
But the upper section of that, this time you couldn't crawl any of it. And so we were just telling people,
go.
stop here. Once you get it going, keep it going. Otherwise, you're going to stop and
Yep.
you're going to have to back up.
Yep.
And people did great. I mean,
Yeah.
that we winched. Okay, so we've gone to HDR and winched like 90% of
Yes.
vehicles.
Yes.
This year we winched 3.
So that's a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the vehicles are getting a little more prepared. We're obviously doing a little bit better job in spotting them and giving them advice on how to make it. I was going to tell everybody, we got 12 vehicles, I think it was hour 12, from the bottom to the top in, it was like 15 minutes. It was fast.
17 minutes.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Versus, the whole group was quite a bit slower. It took us a few hours. But it is possible to really whip through there in a capable vehicle. Yeah.
That's in the minivan.
Yeah, with the top and doors and everything.
Yep.
So for those of you that don't know, I brought Debbie and my mom along on this trip because we're going over to Colorado. So we're signed up for some scenic trails and doing some of that. So that's why I left the top and doors on to take them around in the air-conditioned vehicle. So
Where's the next place we're going that's fun that people can join in?
Rock Junction. And it starts Thursday morning. So we're going to get there tomorrow. And it's about a 5 or 6 hour drive from here, barring any vehicle catastrophes of any kind. So it was only supposed to take us a few hours to get here from Barstow, but we had all kinds of little gremlins, which is normal for this time of year, right? It's summer,
Yep.
it's hot,
Test everything.
it's just the way it is.
There's
So
a bunch of accidents. And
accident, not from us,
No.
but on the road, which really delayed us. So you just got to be prepared for that kind of thing. More questions, Alex?
Now says what? No 21 road?
Oh, for me? Maybe. I mean, I could go out there, but I don't know.
That's what he said about Pumpkin Eater, too. And next thing you know, he was the first one to the top.
I saw some half doors in the motor.
They're in there, yeah. So depending on, I can also just ride with one of these guys and give Debbie the Jeep and send her off on the scenic route. So we could go that route as well. So far, everything's been running good. We really, a brake line, a tire, little stuff here and there. We've actually done pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, with the stuff that we run in Barstow, it's not surprising that we're losing a tire or two. That rock is gnarly.
It is gnarly.
we
And
found some really.
that's what I was just going to say. Jeff got to name a trail because we found a new trail out there.
Yep.
What did you choose?
Princess Leia.
Princess Leia in the Star Wars theme. Yes, you did. So cool little canyon. And someday when you're feeling cocky and think you're all that, come on over and try Princess Leia.
Yeah,
It's
was,
a gnarly one.
well, it's got 2 obstacles. It's probably 150 feet between them.
Yeah.
And it probably took us an hour and a half to get 5 rigs
Yeah.
through there.
Through there.
I mean, it was very technical.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, you fall off in there and
Yep.
you might be disassembling the Jeep to get it out of there.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
get in
it
a
might-
pickle real quick.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so the rest of today for us is going to be looking over our vehicles, just making sure we're set for the next several days in a row of wheeling, right? We're going to move tomorrow. We've got about a 5-6 hour drive to get over there. And yeah,
Sounds like fun.
I'm looking forward to it, that's for sure. It's brand new for both of you guys, right?
Yep. I've
Yeah.
never wheeled Colorado. I've
Jamie,
always wanted
Jamie's been there with me as a passenger, but yeah. So I know these guys are going to run 21 Road, Billings, and
to. Me and Jamie.
and Kelly and Richard,
Yeah.
right? So we've got
You guys are going on the minivan?
our posse.
Mall, trail thing
I
to the
think we're
mall?
doing Glade Park to something or Gateway. I don't know. Gateway to Glade Park, I think is what it is.
Good.
Yeah, there's a Starbucks somewhere along the way.
Maybe we'll do that with you.
I don't even know that there's a Starbucks in Grand Junction. They hate that kind of thing. So I don't know that exists there. I don't know. I'll actually look.
Good.
Today, but by the way, we've been using the heck out of the refrigerator. That's come in handy.
Taking turns sticking our head in there.
Yeah. It has been quite handy. What else? What other tips, advice can we give people wheeling this time of year? Check your oil. Check all your levels.
Yeah, definitely check your coolant.
Coolant. Check,
everything,
yeah.
Especially wires and stuff in your engine compartment.
Yeah.
Those are the first thing was how hot it is.
Hot.
It's
Yeah.
really hot. And it
So,
just affects
I don't even know
absolutely
how some of this stuff runs at the temperatures we're
everything.
seeing. It's pretty crazy.
You
So
might be crazy for being out here.
maybe. I know I heard some talk of us maybe going over to the dunes and doing some drone stuff this evening.
Sure.
That actually sounds like fun to me.
All right.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. Little sunset, friggin' brr.
Yeah.
We did that one run, that early morning thing, remember, all the way back? That was so cool.
That's such a great video.
So you've been on that part, right? Like where you go all the way to the back, where the big hill climbs are and stuff?
I don't know. Did we do that at Trail Hero?
Yeah, I think we did.
Did I sit that one out because I had bow
down
tie?
the really steep hill.
No,
I
okay.
think I sat it out
Maybe we
because
could do that today. Maybe we could do that today.
Cools down to about 90.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
So it should be quite a bit cooler in Grand Junction, right?
I don't know.
Just lie to me.
Maybe 5
Yes.
8 degrees.
Yes.
Thank
It's
you.
gonna be cooler, yes.
Thank you. Cool
It'll-
50, 60? All right, I'm ready. Don't lie to me.
Well, we could use our windshield squirters.
That guy at the hot lap had the thing that squirt water out of his Jeep.
Yeah, that was
That was a
cool.
lifesaver.
That was cool. Yeah, if you missed that, the hot lap, I don't know how much everybody saw, but we sponsored a Jeep game called the Wet Lap, where the passenger holds a bowl of water filled. How many ounces were you guys putting in
16.
there? 16 ounces.
And it's a flat bowl, so
It's
hard to
hard.
keep it in there.
It's really hard. I did it with Debbie. I wore 99% of the water. The inside of my windshield was wet. My phone was wet. She splashed it everywhere.
It was.
But we were laughing our butts off.
you could hear you
So it
laughing
was
from
super
20 feet
fun.
away.
Yeah. I'll have to post one of those videos because it was really fun. So that's a unique event where they have the games. By the way, there's like 8 or 9 different events or games at the event. But that is unique to High Desert Roundup. What do you got?
Steve Waterman, can Perkins get up 3 monkeys? How much aluminum protection versus steel on his rig?
Oh,
The only
have
thing
you done the 3 monkeys?
I didn't even know it was a thing.
Oh, yeah, that's at the end of Milt's Mile.
Oh wait, didn't we do that? In
We
bow tie?
we did it in the dark the last time we were here with Adam.
He wasn't here.
Oh, you weren't?
Yeah.
Oh, so that was just you and I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I did it. It was great. We walked it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure you can.
Probably.
You don't have any steel on your Jeep.
Just my front bumper.
Okay.
That's my front bumper.
It's a good place. Up. like putting a heavy guy on the front
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
So, I mean, that obstacle you tried today, that's just, it's so steep.
There's a way for me to get up there.
There
I
is. You
have
just
to
got to
find it.
wedge your Jeep in
Yeah.
there, yeah.
And
So-
A lot of times
with
that's
no
what it's
brakes
about.
wasn't the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kelly, he saw a couple people slip off the rock, so he decided to go the other way and practically driving on the
Oh,
side
the
of his
main line.
Jeep. Yeah.
He was gonna keep going though.
I'll post some pictures of that. It was pretty funny. Pretty funny stuff. What other questions we got? Everybody keep them coming in. We're out here having a lot of fun and love to give you guys some advice on just vehicle prep, trailer, RV, truck, whatever that we can, because with this kind of heat, we're seeing it all. I know that Stephen Birch is joining us. I got an email from him or a text from him a little while ago. He's on his way there, so we'll see him out there. I know that the Adams were in the area. We were trying to connect with them last night. I think they're over in Vegas today for Lisa's birthday.
I think so, but I think they are going to Rock Junction.
Okay,
so.
that's cool. Val's already over there. Is Dykstra?
I don't know. He said he was going to HDR too, and I didn't come. So
Okay, that obviously that's a lot closer for him, so
It
probably a
is.
little
I
bit
think
more
so.
doable.
I think he's still going over his Jeep after his racing bot.
Gotcha. Yeah, that puts a beat down on it for sure. So, James, any this is your first time wheeling a lot of this terrain. Any advice for people or an update on Growler or
Wisdom?
yeah?
No.
Let's put him in.
James coming over.
No, yeah, when it's hot, everything's different. Fluids, all the temps are higher. Just ambient temperature has a big effect. So you got to keep it on that. Which I can't.
How's the Jeep been working? Are you happy with?
The Jeep has been great. The Tracer and our YJ stretch and stuff has been. It was a lot of work, but it worked out very well. The finished product is well worth the effort. Then the LS and the maximum transmission and the Curry axle, everything works great.
You're happy with that combination?
I'm super happy.
Of parts.
I feel like it's equivalent to a Tracer like Mark's or Kelly's or.
What I thought was cool today is that you got to see right in front of you the difference between a non-tracer and a tracer.
Yeah,
And it's not just the wheelbase; it's the low center of gravity and everything. The way that it's set up.
Yeah, the geometry.
The 7-inch shorter Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
It was very iffy if he was even going to make it.
Right.
And you hit that thing, took your time, and just walked right up it.
Yeah, and that's a big part of it is just like taking your time and not, focusing
Getting
on the important
impatient.
things.
Right. Yeah.
Focusing on the important things.
Yeah. You got to keep the vehicle steady.
Yeah.
If you're on something that's that close to going over, you've got to be very steady with the vehicle. Using the brakes, using the accelerator.
Yeah, and I just watched you go up and basically copied that.
Got that
It
same
worked
line.
out.
Okay, Alex has got a question.
Austin Schroeder.
Austin,
wants to
all
know
right.
How the new shocks are working on Growler. The shock tube.
They are
The question was shock tune on Growler shocks.
the shocks on Growler are 10 times better.
Since I drove it.
Well, yeah, I don't know. You might have clapped him out a little bit, but no.
So Jamie asked me to drive it at HDR, and I was quite. It needed more work, so we made some changes, and then you came back and said,
Yeah, I came back and said it feels way better, and then even Jeff said, I don't know what
No,
have you
so
told me?
before when I was following him, I felt like I could, because my shocks haven't been touched, just untuned, just threw them on. But before you drove it, I felt like following him, I could probably try to find a line to pass him. After you messed with it, it was just floating so much better, and I'm just hauling ass to keep up.
Nice. Yep,
But,
that's good.
Yeah, we had fun. You were trying to pass me a couple times today, and I don't know.
It was fun.
I
We
hope
always
I
have
hope
fun
we
out
can
here.
go do that again today at some point. That'd
Yeah.
be nice.
Okay, what else you got?
Cord wants to know how dusty it is, if our breathability for the Jeeps and packing in the air filters is an issue.
It has been dusty. I've noticed Mark's been cleaning his air filter every day.
We've all three
I've
been
cleaned
cleaning them
mine
once a
every
day.
other
Yeah.
day, pretty much.
Yep,
And
not
it's
me. I
not-
just dropped mine off at the dealer.
And it's not because we just want to; it's
No.
because we have to.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, they're
Yeah.
starting to. At
It
by the
affects
end
the
of the day-
performance,
Yeah,
yes.
by the end of
Oh,
the day,
yeah.
you're starting to see performance
Yeah,
issues.
and
and
well, the
it's-
Jeeps just start dying
Yep.
and
Tony's
stalling.
only been
and-
changing his cabin filter.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy.
I've had it rough out here.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm usually in the front, so there's no dust up there anyways. That's motivation to build your Jeep right there. Do it so you can be in the front. Right?
So that just means if you ain't first, you're last. Sounds like it's a race.
But yes, it's been very dusty.
Even
And-
the HDR was incredibly dusty.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was-
But it starts to affect the mass airflow, the IAC, like things just get dirty and then it can't keep up with it.
Yep.
So, yep. Definitely want to keep that stuff clean. What else you got?
That's it for right now.
That was
Yeah.
Cord's question, right?
That was scored,
He'll
yeah.
know that pretty soon.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And obviously, you know, if you're going to have that air filter in the engine compartment, you got to get that up toward the front, away from the tires churning up stuff. It makes a big difference.
It's a difficult
Task,
balance to
yeah.
try to find. You know, I've got a air intake temp sensor that displays on my dash, and today all day 140,
Oh,
and mine's pushed all the way into the wheel well. You know, 140 degree
Yeah.
air intake temp, and it takes horsepower away.
oh yeah,
everything.
timing. It's just pulling timing
It
out
does,
like
'cause
mad.
That's way too hot.
Yeah.
Through the hood it is.
Snorkel time.
Well, that's why Terremoto has that big intake on there to pull in the air. I want that cold air. In the race cars, we do it in the passenger compartment.
Yeah, and that's the way my buggy is too. And that's the answer. But you don't want that in your nice Jeep.
No, and then you hear the,
Really loud.
you know, yeah. So much for listening to the radio.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. I don't have
Do
a
it.
radio.
I was gonna say.
Jamie barely puts his headsets on.
My radio's my headsets. I can
Yeah,
put it in
there you
Half
go.
the time they're bouncing around the cab, hitting Shasta in the face.
Yeah, how's she been doing on all this off-camber crazy stuff?
Good.
Yeah.
She's been
Jeff
doing-
wasn't too sure about this
doing great.
off-camber section down here. I think
Oh,
his
that
comment
that
was,
fine.
"I'm rarely in the passenger seat, and this feels worse."
Oh, did he?
It was weird. Yeah, I was in the back seat.
Yeah, yeah no,
Were you holding on?
It's a little weird.
No, I wasn't holding on.
He looked like Rocket.
It's always weird when you're in the passenger seat.
I don't remember the last time I've been passenger. I think
Yeah, it's funny.
It
huh?
had to be in Roxanne somewhere.
Yeah, or maybe Terremoto, like when you're down low and
Yeah, but I think
You
most
know.
of the time I've ridden in Terremoto, it's been fast stuff.
not this kind of stuff.
Not,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the off-camera stuff, but the Tracer is way more stable than like
It makes it
you know
so much
anything
better.
else. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm amazed how good
Yeah.
it does off camber.
yeah, I mean, anything. It just feels stable, planted. I remember you saying that before, but it's
Well, I noticed when you were doing that climb, both you and Mark, that there was it wasn't like lifting off the wall. It
Yeah,
was just
it wasn't
pushing
like
straight
unloading.
forward.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
Yep.
And we got some good video of that
Yeah,
too.
just the little subtle differences of the Tracer makes a huge difference in that alone. You know, like they weren't even close to lifting off the
Right.
wall, the front tires.
Right.
You know, the front end was stretched out, but it wasn't getting light at all. So
Yep.
pretty nice.
I'm gonna have to cut my Jeep in half.
Right. I think the previous live he said he did not want to work on his Jeep anymore.
Stuff changes.
What else you got?
Stephen Williams wants to know if we can do a tech topic on how to clean your air filter, not use too much oil.
Oh,
And on that regards, not blowing out a paper filter and destroying the paper filter.
yeah.
soap and water.
Yeah, typically I just shake the paper filter out. I don't blow it or do anything.
Yeah,
just get the
like
big
the
stuff off.
stock airbox type
Yeah,
of stuff.
yeah. If you've got a K&N like these guys do, that they're washing them and then
Yeah.
And
And
then
warm
filter
water
cleaner.
and some soap, and
Yeah.
or the filter cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Just-
blow it
then
out
just-
with the air compressor.
Rinse them out and then blow them out.
Then
I mean, in
ideally
this
wait for
air,
'em to
it would dry pretty fast.
Yeah,
No
you'd be
doubt.
surprised though. The mesh just holds water, you know, so they definitely need to be blown out.
Yeah,
or your
you,
rig
yeah,
won't
you
even
definitely
start.
got to blow them out for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Then are you guys running one of the pre-filter socks?
I think I gave mine to you guys,
Yeah, I have yours, and yes, I'm running it.
and I think I gave you my other one.
I gave it back because it was for a razor.
Oh,
Well, it's somewhere else then. It's not on mine. I don't have one, but yeah,
Yeah.
those help a lot.
Yeah,
Just to
Richard
keep the
gave me
bigger
one.
dust out. Yeah.
Yep.
Jeff Lone says he has 2 filters, so he can just swap them while the other one's.
There you go. That's what I do with
That's
Terremoto.
my plan. As
Yep.
soon as
Yes.
I, get
I
home.
actually just found my other one in my
I
trailer, so
always
can't
keep a
think.
spare
I might have to check AutoZone.
I was thinking about that yesterday.
Oh, Richard's back.
because
I
the
need a
last
dozen
thing
of
you
these.
you don't want to have to be in a rush when you're cleaning your filter, because your
Right.
buddies are leaving.
Yeah,
Oh,
everybody-
right?
We
You mean
were
talking-
every day at HDR.
You're talking about when we're camped together.
Yeah, like that.
Tony doesn't tell you when it's time to go. You just hear the motor, and if your socks are on or not
Except
on.
for now, we don't even hear the motor.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
now you can't.
Now
Now
it's
you
like he unplugs the Prius and just creeps away.
So now it's like, God,
Everybody's
stealth
like, "Where'd he
mode.
go? Where'd he go?" Even you? You're
Uh,
having trouble keeping track of me?
Yeah, you're just like full stealth mode. The thing was sitting on the trailer for like 40 minutes running, but no one heard it.
Yeah, I was working my Jeep next to it unloaded. I didn't even know it was on until it got dark and the lights were on. Light sensor works.
It's just weird.
It is.
It is weird.
It is. But it works.
It does
It's
work.
working.
Great.
It
works
definitely
very
does
well.
work, even with a hard top on it.
Even with a hard
It
top.
still works.
There's no scratches on that thing yet.
Not yet. Now
Well,
I
we
plan to
tried
keep
today.
it that way.
Oh,
We
Yeah, it was close.
I thought that rear flare was getting it bad. And then that one spot where I asked you guys if it looked as bad as it felt, and you were like, "Oh yeah,
Yep. Well, there's only one reason that one section is called hardtop alley.
yeah," because it gets a lot of hard.
V-notch?
Yeah.
Well, we saw tail lights and
And
broken
so,
glass
you
and all kinds of
It's
stuff
still
in there.
got windows. And that's
It's got a lot of desert pinstriping, I can tell you that.
yeah, it's fine.
Starting to look like a Jeep.
Yeah,
It'll buff out.
it'll buff out. What else you got?
Where are we going after Rock Junction?
After Rock Junction is back. We'll be home for a little while. I've got to finish up some R&D, get the JL roll cages into production, and I think the next event after that is Jeepers Jamboree
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
So another one, if you that isn't on your radar, you are not paying attention because that should be. So
Fun one.
it's a fun one, and we take a ton of people. So we've got our own group that's super fun. Jamie makes us different shirts for every day, so the whole group is really good camaraderie, and like I say, camp together. We're on the river together, everything. So pretty fun. So after that, what have we got in August? Do you remember?
I don't think we have much.
I was pretty sure we had something. I know on my calendar I've got a couple of tentative dates to get out and test Jordan's car because that should be back together by then. So we'll be back out at Johnson Valley. But
August?
yeah,
We
yeah.
thought this was hot.
yeah, we. Yep. What do you got?
Rick Primu? I don't know if I'm saying
Yeah,
it
Rick
right.
Premier. Yeah.
Wants to know how Pumpkin Eater was. If it was any different this year, it looked a lot mellower.
No, I don't think it was any more mellow. It was
Well, there was
torn
a
up
lot
and
of
moving.
trouble at the waterfall. From
Yes.
right here, you guys winched more than ever at the waterfall.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw the picture. We had a guy with a broken leaf spring. We had to fix that right there, because we were lucky we didn't rip up the drive line and break the shock and everything. And he had given it several shots, and then we knew something was going to go.
He was sending it pretty good.
After that, the rocks right after that were pretty big and loose. I saw a lot of people got stuck there.
Yep.
There was a lot of spotting going on, and then they moved up to the upper section where you were,
Yeah,
which
so-
was loose.
Yeah, from that really bad rock almost to the top up was just a minefield of, bowling ball sized rocks
That
in
would
the dirt,
move.
all loose.
Yeah.
So you couldn't stop at all. You had to get over that one big rock, which is a challenge, and once you got it, you just had to go.
So the big rock that Mark's talking about, when I went up it, I went really high passenger. Like you feel like you're going to roll. Yeah. If you feel like you're going to roll, you're on the perfect spot. You just go from there, and you don't stop.
Yeah, and then there was, probably half the vehicles went up that way, and then a big rock,
came down,
rolled all the way from the top, all the way down and plugged that line. So then everybody had to start going to the right side, which has been unpassable for years. So we got all the rest of the Jeeps around the right and up all the way to the top.
That's cool. Yeah, and I saw several of our guys ran pumpkin pie, which was nice to see that option being run too.
Jeff and I. And
yeah, all three of you did. Yeah. Yep. So that was cool. What else you got?
Vegeta Hopkins, no Sierra Trek this year?
Oh.
Sounds good right now.
Yeah, the high altitude does sound nice.
And the water?
Yeah. It's technically not on our schedule right this moment, but I've just been kind of adding in events as things kind of come back to normal, honestly. So I wouldn't say it's totally out, but there was someplace else that somebody had invited us to that I was thinking, okay, we got to gather a few more guys to get out to that one too. No, I think it was the doozy. What else you got?
Update on JK half doors.
So I know that they were fitted last week, and I'm pretty sure I saw a pile of them there. I know they're in production, but they were doing some fine tuning to make sure the instructions were good and everything. So if you should just call in and get your order in. Is that what you would recommend?
Yeah, especially if you want some out of the first batch.
Yeah.
And by the way, they look really good.
They do look really good. Yeah. So thank you. Yeah. What else you got?
When will you do a V8 aftershock, or will you not?
So that's a good question. Right now, I am happy to tell you that I don't feel like I need a V8. The thing boogies along pretty good.
Yeah.
I know when you were just talking about how you guys were like battling on the little trail, I would just
yeah.
kind of jackrabbit out in front,
you were still
cruising along.
ahead of us. I mean,
So
yeah.
it does good. And even on the deep sand hill, we had a couple of climbs there.
Well, I noticed at HDR, it flying around our little course, the water course, pretty quick. And I think you should talk about why. Because it's not, you didn't have the thing in drive.
Right.
You were
yeah.
shifting it
That manual mode.
manually,
Yeah.
Getting the RPMs up in the power band.
Yeah.
And shift. And I'm thinking, well, that thing doesn't even need a V8. Look at it go.
Yeah. Yeah. I did the same thing at East Jeep Safari when we went on the sand dunes out there. You just go into manual mode, you shift that thing. So it's great. It acts just like one of our built manual transmissions.
Just like one of these.
Yeah. And it holds the gear.
Stay there.
And it does really good. You can keep it right in the power range you want, up or downshift.
Does it give you any kind of warning for RPM?
Nope.
Nope. So you got to pay attention to the tach.
Yeah.
Or just listen. To
And
it.
if you shift it like way up, it'll bog. It'll be like, it won't downshift by itself for you. Unless you come to a complete stop, it'll go to 1.
Okay.
Will it let you jam it in reverse?
It will not. So I don't know if you noticed today, there was a couple of times when I wanted to do like a quick turnaround, and I was still kind of rolling. It was not happy with that. If there's movement and you're changing that shifter from front to reverse, it says, no, sir, put it in park.
Stop it.
It's flashing like, What else you got?
Mark Lawrence, Jeepers Jamboree or Jeep Jamboree? Which weekend are you
Jeepers Jamboree. The other one is Jeep Jamboree or Jeep Jamboree USA. Yeah, that we're Jeepers.
deals.
Yeah, totally different. Jeep Jamboree is like family event. Jeepers is like adult summer camp. Probably bad behavior.
And I would say everybody needs to do that at least once.
At least one. They cook you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You just wheel in with your raft and your tent and have fun with your buddies.
And the food is amazing.
It's good.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's great.
What else you got?
Terry Rennie again. So my JKU is also an auto with the manual mode. Is it the same or different from the 2020 JLE?
I don't know. I do know this. The JK was a left to right, and the JL is a front to back when you're shifting.
Okay.
And I was a little surprised on that. I just never played with like Shane's when I drove his enough to know about the manual mode.
Yeah.
I
So
learned
that's
on
the
this
question,
one
will
really
it-
quick.
Will it stay in
I
gear?
don't know. If Shane's on, he could chime in and
It
maybe.
does. It does.
and hang that
Yeah.
good. So maybe
Yeah.
it's okay. It's just the 6-speed train instead of 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
Caught
Yep.
up.
Oh, good. All right. What else you want to add, guys? You know,
Today was fun, and if
Yeah.
you can get to Grand Junction for that Rock Junction event, I would highly suggest going out.
It's going to be fun.
It's
it
gonna be
will.
really fun.
If you haven't been there or seen any of the pictures that I posted in the past, the event organizer brings in big boulders that you can rock crawl through, and he tries to make the course really tough, like almost impassable. And I have a great time like doing hot laps through there and giving rides, and it's a lot of fun.
There's
So
also some iconic trails there.
yes,
Right.
yes.
We should talk about that.
Yeah, you're local to Grand Junction is 21 Road and Billings. Those are two great trails. They, I believe, on the Billings Trail, they're going to run the new extension that just got approved. I can't remember the name of it, and that'll be really fun. I walked it the last time I was out there while they were getting the approval for it, and then you're also very nearby all the trails in Montrose. And there's a dozen good ones out there that are legit Johnson Valley style, and those are a lot of fun too. So you've been out there a couple of times with
Yeah,
me.
it was a while ago, but I remember it being
Pretty good.
pretty epic. Yeah.
So in addition to that, you're close to Rangeley and you're also close to Moab. So you've actually got a lot of choices for this later this week on where you want to go. Yep. So we'll have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So 3 good wheeling days, and they've got they do a swap meet. So for a lot of local guys that have been taking off parts, they have a swap meet there. They have a show and shine. They do a raffle, of course, and they get a good turnout for this event. And great local club puts this on, so it's a good deal.
What's the club's name?
Grand Mesa Jeep Club. Yep. So they're also really active in land use, and so
Nice.
yeah, very nice. What else we got?
That's it.
Doing pretty good. How are we doing on time?
One of our guys put the name of the trails on the.
Okay, good. Yep. If you have any more questions, fire them in right now. We got about 5 minutes left before we wrap it up. And
Die of heat exhaustion. I'm thirsty.
it's almost Miller time or whatever, right?
Somebody peeking at us over there with their lights. See?
Oh yeah, just coming
Way
over.
off in the distance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, we can, Alex, if you want, we can walk back up here while you're waiting for some more questions and look over toward the trails.
Look back in the canyon here.
Yeah. I think the growler's down here somewhere, right?
Yep, over there.
There it is. Look at that. Perched in its natural environment. You can see the trails just go forever out here. It's awesome. And you can see them up in through the hills around here. And there's those headlights that Mark was talking about. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's a Jeep headed, pointed straight toward us. And yeah, there's a whole series of twisty stuff back here. This kind of reminded me of the Ocotillo Wells, Truck Haven Hills
Right.
in through here.
Yeah, it's super tight.
Tight,
Technical.
fun, yeah,
Not very difficult, but fun.
but fun. Yeah, you can hear your suspension maxing out. It's pretty cool.
Maybe you can.
Yeah. Actually, when I got behind you, once you made the turn right here, it looked great.
Yeah.
Looked great. So we were hoping to go over to Tokerville Falls today and do the live from there, but there's really bad cell service over there, so that was not going to happen. So, more questions? We're doing good? Yep. All right, then we're going to sign off. We'll probably do a live from out there. Well, certainly we will on Thursday. We'll be there. That's the first day of the event. And we'll field your questions, and I'll try and show you around as much as we can while we're out there. It's going to be super fun. And hopefully you can just come and join us and have a good time. So we camp right there on site if you've never been there. It's awesome. They do a vendor show as well. So until then, have a great time, great day. Hope you're all doing well. See you on Thursday.